What's going on, guys? I can't help myself. I'm back at it again with another build here and getting ready just in time for Marvel Avengers Endgame. I have built a super clean build here with the white, black, and red aesthetic of the Endgame suit that all those characters are wearing in the trailers. So what I've done here is I've built a pretty nice build. I tried to strike a happy medium between budget and luxury here, and what we've got is a build that I think is going to do a fantastic job showing off your PC on your desk, while at the same time not being so gaudy that it is a detraction either. I tried to strike a nice healthy balance here. So what we've got going on inside is, this is an RX 580, which is an AMD card, Radeon card. So that means it works really nice with FreeSync monitors, which are much cheaper. I'm also rocking in here a AMD 2600, and that is 3.4 stock, and it boosts automatically up to 4.0. So we got a pretty nice processor in there. I'm running 16 gigabytes of Corsair memory. It's clocked at 3000, so it's faster memory than what a lot of PCs have in them. If you just buy a PC off the shelf, they usually come with like 2400 or 2133. This is 3000, so yeah, it's faster RAM. And then what I went ahead and did is I've got an aftermarket all-in-one cooler. That's what you're seeing here. It's by the brand up here, and that goes to your radiator in the front. And I got the little Avengers logo emblem on there. That's metal. And I actually got rid of the logo from up here on this water cooler, the header there, and I replaced it with that metal emblem. And then I'm also running in here a 1 terabyte SSD. Oh, I'm sorry, nope, I apologize. A 2 terabyte physical hard drive, and then a 250 gigabyte SSD. My apologies. And that's just so you can have your operating system and whatever main games you're playing on the SSD. So for example, I was playing some Metro Exodus on this bad boy, and I had that on the SSD. And then I really, don't laugh at me, but I like The Crew 2. It's just a nice open world racing game, and I just like kind of cruising around. So I threw that on the SSD, and then I threw a bunch of other stuff on that 2 terabyte just for testing purposes. This was all built brand new, and built for the purpose of selling. Let's try to get a front visual there, so you can see the red Avengers logo, and then the logo on the side. Now, both the medallions here are magnetic, so you can actually take those off and put them wherever you want it. There's one right there, and try to make it where you can see it there. And then there's another one inside there, and that's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And again, this one's magnetic as well, so you can actually take that and put it wherever you would like on the case. Other than the graphics card, you've also got a Wi-Fi card in there, so that gives you actually really good Wi-Fi, comparable to if you actually had this thing plugged in via your Ethernet cable. So I was trying to make sure you had really good down and up speed. And then, I'm sorry, I'm reaching around the back here, and then there's actually an antenna here. This thing is fully, it's magnetic and can be put in any position you want. And then I've got this guy. Again, it is magnetic, so I've got it around back, out of sight. If you look at the top of the case here, you can see the antenna sticking up. There is a mesh cover here for the fan, and then we've got the power button here with that red LED, and you do have up top 2 USBs, 3.0, and this button here actually changes your LED color as well. And there's a headphone jack on the top there. So it's a nice build. Again, very clean. If you look at the cable management inside of this thing, even for the graphics card power cable, these are all aftermarket cables on this thing, including the cables in the back. Again, I am so sorry for the lighting, but if you can see, these are black and white braided cables, and it does come with the cable sheath as well, aftermarket white power cord. This whole thing is just totally custom. Let's see, what else am I forgetting here? So when it comes to your airflow, the way it works, you've got a fan bringing in cool air here. You've got a radiator right here that goes to the all-in-one water cooler with a fan on the other side you can't see. There's two grills on the front, one at the top, one at the bottom. Cool air is getting sucked in from the top and the bottom, being pushed through the case and being ejected out the top and ejected out the rear. And then you've also got the graphics card sucking in cool air as it comes in from the front. Oops, sorry there. And then it ejects out the back. Your power supply, which is a 600 watt EVGA, is inside of here. It's actually sucking cool air in down here. There's a pretty big gap down there, so it's getting lots of cool air, and then it's pushing it out the back. All right. Also, with this build, you get an Acer gaming monitor. It is curved, and this curved monitor is 24-inch, and it is FreeSync as well. I think it's got a, please don't quote me, I think it's a 2 millisecond response time, and it is definitely 75 hertz refresh rate. So really good for esports games and for first-person shooters. I mean, it's good for everything, but that nice refresh rate means that your monitor is going to keep up with your frames per second a lot better, especially with that RX 580 in there. And then I've also got a white mouse pad with the Avengers logo on there. That's custom. I did that. And then you've got a nice Corsair gaming mouse here with red LED. And I'm actually going to switch out. I wasn't as crazy about this Caliber Gaming. It's metal. It's aluminum framed with mechanical switches that are a little bit quieter than normal. But you know what? I didn't love it. And so I'm actually replacing it with an Asus motherboard, and that motherboard's going to be similar style to this, but it's actually going to be white body with black behind the keys and still red LEDs. So I think it's going to just match, it's basically going to match this mouse better, and I think it's just going to bring the whole build together a little better. And there we go. There's everything, if I can get the shot here. There it is. So definitely a nice build here, and I want to get $14.50 for this. So if you're interested at all, I've got it posted on Facebook here in Omaha, Nebraska, and the entire cost of the build came pretty close to $1,300. Again, with doing so much customization, that's really what gets the cost in. And I know I don't have the glass plate on here now, but this is the temper glass cover that goes on the front, and it is not plastic, it is a glass cover. So you do have to be careful, but boy, it's so much nicer than the plexiglass covers on there. So, oh, and I almost forgot, it also comes with a nice, clean, fresh, white Xbox One controller. This thing's brand new. All this stuff is brand new. These speakers do not come with it. If you're looking for recommendations, oh, I cannot recommend these Lunas. These are Luna Eclipses, and oh, they're great. If you're ever looking for a good review, there's a guy on YouTube called Zeos, and he does Z reviews. Just type in Z review Luna Eclipses. Go on Amazon, do yourself a favor. If you want them, and with this build, they actually have white with black. They are stunning. And these things are incredible. They've got a tweeter, they've got a mid, and then they've actually got a built-in bass back here. I know it's hard to see. I am so sorry. But there's actually a slot back there. There it is. And inside of there, there's a bass, like radiator in there, and the whole thing just... These things are amazing. I mean, they are near field, so they're not going to like light up your whole room with good sound. But if you're sitting at the desk, there is nothing that compares to these. I go through a lot of speakers, and these things are phenomenal. If you wanted to throw in a little extra money, if you want, then if for local pickup only, I do have a nice FixMax gaming chair, and it is black and white. I've had the chair for about 3 months. I love it. When I bought it, I didn't mean for it to match any of my builds, but it just matches this build so perfectly that if somebody wanted it, then just tack another $150 on there, and we could do that. So for it was $14.50 for the build with the tower, custom cabling, sheath, monitor, keyboard, mouse, extra large mouse pad, Xbox One controller. All of that not included. It does not come with the speakers. It does not come with my Hi-Fiman 400s. These are open back headphones. I do recommend them if you're looking for just really good headphones. Obviously, they're not. They don't have like a boom mic on them. But if you just want amazing sound, these open backs, and they are planar. If you don't know what that is, just look it up online. Planar headphones use a different mechanism for producing sound. It uses thin sheets of metal that are very, very close together, and vibrations between those pieces of metal are what actually produce the sound, unlike the cone style that you get with a lot of headphones. But what is included with the build, you do get your own Thanos, and he'll hook on to whatever headphones you have, and Thanos does come with it. Of course, the arch nemesis of the Avengers. Well, I don't know. I like Thanos. He's the bad guy, but he's kind of a good bad guy. I think he's a good antagonist. So in any case, yeah, if you want the $14.50 and the $150 for the chair, then obviously you're looking at $1,600 for the whole thing. It runs games really well. I'm impressed with it. It's great for 1080p gaming. This is a 1080p monitor, pardon me. And just to give you an idea, let's do a quick restart here, just to see how fast this system is. Again, it's got everything running off the SSD. So there was our shutdown, and then it is going to hit the reboot, and there we go. Power just came back on, and the monitor's switching between VGA and HDMI, and no signal. And we are, of course, this is probably the time that it'll, no, there it is. And it's in. All right, cool beans. So, pretty fast there. And like I said, it runs 1080p games at high to very high, and sometimes even max settings, depending on the game. The RX 580 is 8 gigabytes of video memory. So it's not the fastest card in the world, but it's a workhorse. This thing's got tons and tons of power behind it as far as your video memory goes. So it meets a whole wide variety of applications that it's good for. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate your time and taking a look here. I've been having way too much fun doing these builds here lately. And yeah, if you want a custom build, I charge $20 an hour to build, and I've already done a couple of custom builds for people. I did a nice Digimon build for somebody who wanted a nice throwback build. I did a Hulk build for somebody that turned out really, really, really nice. I went with the black, green, and purple for that one, and we actually did a for the tempered glass side, we put like the false cracking on there, and there was a Hulk fist coming out the front. It had like, it looked like it had punched through the metal, and the fist was actually coming out in 3D. It was a physical fist. It looked like he was punching out the front of the case, and it was black with green accents and then purple lighting inside. And it was a pretty sick build, I'm not going to lie. It turned out really nice. It was a lot of fun. So I already sold the Deadpool build that I did, and that one was really nice, turned out well. I kept the little maximum effort. You can't really see it there. Come on, Deadpool. Where are you at, bud? I'm sorry for the lighting, guys. I'd like to do some more builds here in the near future. I think it'd be fun to do an Avenger, or no, sorry, an Iron Man build. I think would be pretty cool. I've got some ideas for that. I've got some good ideas for a Batman build. But the sky's the limit. If you guys are interested, just hit me up, let me know. And the way it'll work is you tell me what you want the computer to do, and then I put together a parts list. I put together a couple different options, different price points, and you let me know which one you're interested in. I send you the list of things to purchase. You buy them, and then I put it all together. And when we're done, if you're happy with the build, then you pay me my cost. So it works pretty well, and that way I don't get ripped off, and you guys don't get ripped off. So thank you so much again for taking the time to take a look at this. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I hope you all enjoy Avengers Endgame coming out here in a couple of weeks. All right, signing off.